Being a diplomat is a very rewarding profession, but on the other hand, it's a long life learning process. So you need to be a very good listener, you need to read a lot, you need to follow all the news, you need to be sometimes a risk taker, but also follow the ethical rules. And I think what is most important is also that you think out of the box and be a patriotic.
I have a message for you, future Georgian diplomats from Costa Rica. My advice would be that you always bear in mind during your studies and in your profession that you will have to defend your country's interests, and only that. You may make agreements, you may make concessions, but always keeping in mind that you are working for your lovely country and you must comply to its interests and needs. I think that's a good rule for a diplomat.
We are living in a dystopian world where the only thing that is predictable is the unpredictability. A constant flow of information, 24/7, 365, fake news. All these things put great challenges and demands on the diplomats of the day. And diplomacy is needed today more than ever, because it behooves us to come together in order to stand up for the international rule-based system, which is challenged more in its violation than in its observance. Therefore, my message to the young Georgian diplomat colleagues, those that are here in the ministry and those aspire to be, you must hold the flag, because if you do not hold the flag, nobody else is going to do it for you. You must adapt. We must adapt. I don't want to be preaching. We must adapt to new ways of thinking and of exercising diplomacy. It was Darwin himself that said that the species that will survive are not the strongest, but the ones that are able to adapt to change. Therefore, we as diplomats, as the species of the diplomats, have to be able to adapt to change. That is what is required in today's world. Not forgetting also that the essentials of diplomacy. Yes, digital diplomacy exists, all these digital and social platforms that we have, which is a new way of hashtag public diplomacy, but also do not forget the essentials, because diplomacy has to do about people. You have to look at somebody in the eyes and speak to him and try to convince him or her, win their hearts and minds in order to go forward. This is just some brief messages, and thank you ever so much, Madluba, for the opportunity to speak to you, and Magari, never lose faith and never lose passion for what you do.